Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Saturday live stream. Today we're talking all about the best deals I could find in cruising this week. Welcome everyone, happy Saturday. It's a little bit gloomy out today, but we are going to push on through. It should be fairly nice out today and tomorrow up here in Philadelphia. Rick, good morning to you. Tony Diaz, happy Saturday to you as well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a good day. So let's get into a little bit of interesting, fun cruise deals. Luis, good morning to you. Welcome to the live stream. Greg Gooser, good morning. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day up north. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of go through everything. Remember, we're going to do 3 group deals. So group space, I'm going to explain that in a second if anyone's new. And then we're going to do 1 really great just overall deal that I found, and then 1 solo traveler deal. Ryan, good morning to you. 14 days till escape, can't wait, but Halifax is a tender port. Halifax why is Halifax tender port? Halifax should not be tender port. There's a massive dock. Is it not open right now? Let's see. Doing some research. Yeah, Halifax is not a tender port. Is there something going on? Did you get news? Something we should know about? Let us know. Let me know. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explain this for either people that are new or people that have not been to one of these before, just so you can kind of have a good idea. I know group sounds confusing because is it a group cruise? Do I have to cruise with other people? So let's talk about great deals and group rates. So I just like to start this as a caveat, just so everybody is aware of what group rates are. Group rates are kind of like concert tickets or anything else, right? So what happens is, and it's actually better. So what happens is when cruises are announced, for instance, a bunch of the cruise providers last week came out and said, hey, here is our schedule for 28, 29, and these are all going to go on sale in X amount of days. So basically what happens when they do that is those cruises go on sale. All of the big cruise kind of aggregators, which is, whether it's Expedia, whether it's Costco, whether it's Hard Travel, MEI Travel, Dream Vacations, whoever it is, they go out and they reserve blocks, which means they have to put down $50 on all of these rooms. So we can grab 20, 30, 40 rooms, each of these providers on particular sailings. It could be 10 sailings, 20 sailings, 50 sailings. That holds those spaces for us, holds those prices for us. So here's the thing, if the cruise sells out, we don't get to keep, we're not holding those cabins, so to speak. We are not kind of just getting those cabins carte blanche and they're ours until we get rid of them. They are just locked in at that rate. If that category sells out, we lose that space. But we have kind of the first shot at those cabins at a lower rate as cruises pricing goes up. Now, there are times where cruise pricing doesn't go up all that much, which you will see when I do a lot of these. Norwegian is not going to come up a lot for group space. Do we have group space for Norwegian? We absolutely do. But it's kind of a waste because as of now, which is going to change soon, but as of now, the prices for Norwegian go down over time. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity kind of go up over time. So that's just an indication of what group space is. Group space means we hold those cabins and we're locked in at a specific rate. If it sells out, it sells out, and we don't get to use them. We just get our money back. Bruce, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Teresa Cardi, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Oh, Ryan said 3 ships in port and escape was deprioritized. That stinks. That is not fun. Tim McNeil, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. Leslie Trent said, how do you get to the Philly port? Just an Uber or a taxi or a kind of shuttle. You can get like a provider to drop you off there. It's pretty easy. It's just over there on Hog Island. It's kind of right behind the airport. So if you put the address in GPS, you can see probably from you, Leslie, it's probably like not even a 10-minute drive. But yeah, you can do Uber or whatever. Those are the easiest ways. All right, so let's talk about our space for the week. Remember, we're doing 3 of these amazing group deals. First one is going to be on Adventure of the Seas. This is a 5-night cruise out of Port Canaveral on April 30th of 2027. I picked April and May of 2027 as my target this week for planning for next year. A lot of these are sold out, which is why there are really some good deals. They're getting close to being sold out and the prices are going up. So Port Canaveral to Perfect Day and Grand Turk. For interior cabins, we have 10 of those available. The advertised rate right now, if you go to Royal Caribbean, for an interior cabin for 2 guests, cruise fare, port fees, taxes, total $1,731. Our rate is $1,271. So you're saving almost $500 on an interior cabin off of the advertised price. And if you are looking at a balcony cabin, we have 10 of those available. The advertised rate, if you go to Royal Caribbean for, again, 2 guests, cruise fare, port fees, taxes, $21,2120. Our rate is $1,389. So you're saving over $600 total there. Again, both of those are for 2 guests total with port fees, cruise fare, and taxes. So that's a pretty good deal. I'm trying to find like really kind of great prices or good deals. Tony Diaz, great question. If another company has a group rate, can your company use their group rate? Cannot. So that's the advantage of these companies buying group space. You get those, you get that priority space. So same thing would go to a little bit of a less extent, Tony, like if there are 10 agents in Dream Vacations buys that group space. So I get to use the group space of Dream Vacations. So does every other agent. We all have access to it. There are instances like for our Allure group cruise, I took out that group space. So I paid for that group space and that is only available to me. Other agents can see that group space, but they would have to call me and say, hey, I see you have this group space. We're getting close to final payment. Do you mind if I use that group space and book somebody into it? And I can say, no, we still need it. Or I can say, sure, for whatever reason. But no, if like Expedia Cruises has group space and we have group space, we can't see it or use each other's group space. It's a really good question though, Tony. All right, the next deal, the next group one we're going to talk about is on, let me check my notes here before I hit the button. Next one is going to be on Harmony of the Seas. This is a 7-night cruise. Again, the reason that you're going to see a lot of Royal Caribbean is because Royal Caribbean is expensive right now, so the cruise prices are going up. So we have better deals on Royal Caribbean, which is actually great. Harmony of the Seas, May 1st, 2027, 7-night cruise. Port Canaveral, Perfect Day, St. Thomas, St. Martin. Nice Eastern Caribbean cruise. Interior cabins, we have 10 available. The advertised rate is $2,077, which is actually a pretty good deal. In all things considered for Royal Caribbean. Our special rate, just saving about $250 there, is $1739.30 for 2 guests, cruise fare, port fees, taxes. And then we have ocean view cabins available. 10 of them are available. The advertised rate right now is almost $3,000, $2,816, and our special rate $2,200. So $2,200 for a 7-nighter on Harmony. Recently amplified, beautiful Harmony. Going to Perfect Day, Eastern Caribbean, that's a really good deal. So I put that in there. Wasn't a drastic drop in the price, but a really good deal nonetheless, which is awesome. So that's the next one there. We also have on that one, I didn't list it, but we also have some Central Park balconies available, and you could save about $250 on those. Those are $2,800, which is a little bit less than the Ocean View, and we have them for about $2,600. So a little bit of savings there as well. So that's a good one. The next one up is Liberty of the Seas. This is a 5-night sailing, May 1st, 2027, out of Galveston, trying to give you some different ports, embarkation ports as well. So Galveston to Costa Maya, Cozumel, easy peasy, 5-day Western Caribbean. There are 10 balcony cabins available. The advertised rate at Royal for 2 guests, cruise fare, port fees, and taxes is $2,302. We have for $1,700, so you're saving about $600 total. That's a huge savings. If savings of $600 is probably enough to get a drink package on one of those. So, Bruce said, "Is that per person or per cabin?" This is per cabin, so 2 guests total. 2 guests, cruise fare, port fees, taxes total. Their rate is $2,300. Ours is $1,700. I'm going to go through them twice, so I'll give you a chance to catch up if new people are joining. Just go through it and have a choice. Alex, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great Saturday as well. And then next up, we're going to do our just our great deal. This is kind of like the great deal that I found. Not necessarily group space. We do have group space on this one, but this I just thought was a great deal in general. And that is on Radiance of the Seas. This is a 5-night cruise, May 3rd, 2027. Again, giving you more port choices here with Tampa, Costa Maya, Cozumel, again, Western Caribbean. There are 10 balconies available, and it is $1,262.20 for 2 guests, your entire cabin, cruise fare, port fees, taxes, total. So $1,200 for a Royal Caribbean cruise, even though it's on Radiance. I was on Radiance recently, and I had a really nice time. Tony from La Lita Loca's on Radiance right now. I really enjoyed Radiance, enjoyed the non-smoking casino. So for $1,200 for a 5-night cruise for 2 guests, that is a really, really, really good deal. Charlie Durham, good morning to you. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Last but not least, we have our solo cruise deal of the week, and this one is awesome. This one is on MSC World America, May 15th. This is a 7-night cruise out of Miami going to Puerto Plata, San Juan, and Ocean Key. And this is again, 7-night cruise. This is a balcony with drinks and Wi-Fi for 1 guest. And as you know, it's usually like a little bit more for 1 guest. This is $1,536. And again, not just your cruise fare, port fees, and taxes. This is cruise fare, port fees, taxes, drink package, and 1 device of Wi-Fi for $1,536.26. That is awesome. On a brand new ship, that is a great, great, great rate. And remember, on all of these prices are good until those cabins go. So I mentioned it, I think I mentioned it last week or on the Wednesday live stream. So what we're doing with these awesome rates that we have is that we are going, obviously, we are going to be doing this live stream every Saturday. I'll announce these great rates if you watch the live stream, or if you're doing anything, calling us, doing whatever. we're going to let you know that these rates exist. So if you watch this live stream, you watch the replay, whatever, you can always reach out to me, email me, call me, whatever you want to do, and we'll book you on these. What we are doing for those people who don't watch this, if you are a member of our YouTube channel, so we have a memberships. Tony Diaz is a member. Charlie Durham's a member. Lots of members here, which we don't talk about a lot. And we generally don't ask people to become members. I think it's really nice that people have signed up. Very, very nice. Really appreciate that. John Roll Tide is a member of our channel. So if you are a member of our channel, we're going to start sending out a weekly email. If you're a current client as well, if you've booked a cruise with us, or you're a member of the channel, YouTube channel, you will get a weekly email from us that will have all of these deals on them, and they will be updated weekly. So we're going to send out a spreadsheet essentially with every one of these that we've done. So from the beginning on until that cruise is gone or all the cabins are sold out, we will have a spreadsheet that will update weekly, or some kind of PDF that we'll send out, and you'll be able to see these deals and kind of keep them cataloged. So it's a little easier for you to do that. Again, there's no pressure to join the channel or anything. So if you do, you'll get this special email. If you booked a cruise with us, you'll get it as well. Alex said, I love the MSC World America. Great itinerary. It's an awesome ship. It really is. And it's a good chance for you to try something different. If you've only sailed on Norwegian or Royal Caribbean or Celebrity or whatever it is, it's a nice chance to like mix it up a little bit and try something different. You could do status match and get a nice cruise. I'll go through them again real quick. Just pop them on the screen here. Adventure of the Seas. It's a 5-night cruise. We have interior and balcony cabins available. This is like the biggest savings of the one. Adventure, great class of ships. We were on Adventure maybe 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I love Adventure. I love the Explorer class. I love those ships. Mariner, my favorite in that class. But a good deal there. Harmony, of course, an Oasis class ship. This is a great rate for Harmony just to begin with. And then we have interior and ocean view available here, and you can save again, especially on the ocean view, you can save a really big chunk of money. Then we have Liberty, 5-night cruise, slightly larger ship than Adventure, right? So you can jump on those and you can check that out. There's a $600 savings on that for balconies. That's, again, a great rate to begin with. Radiance is our deal of the week. So this one, not necessarily group space, just kind of a great deal that we found for $1,262. This is for the cabin for 2 people on a 5-night cruise out of Tampa. Radiance is a really nicely maintained older ship with a brand new non-smoking casino. $1,262.20. And then, of course, our solo cruise of the week, our deal of the week, is this MSC World America, which is a really, really good one. $1,500 for a balcony with drinks and Wi-Fi is really spectacular. Tony said, I'm supporting the dealer of my cruise habit. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. All of our members, all of our subscribers, we very much appreciate it. Alex said, any chance of finding a San Juan sailing deal in 2028? Yeah, I'll look for them this week. I looked at some Southern Caribbean ones. There wasn't any great deals at the moment, but I'll look at those. I did find some ones that stop in San Juan, so next week I'll focus on that. Barb Smith said, so glad you're doing this every week. Great idea. Thanks so much. Yeah, we're just trying to give people a great deal. The interesting thing is, like, we haven't had any bookings on these yet, which is pretty much for me par for the course. I expected that because it has to fit like a perfect timing thing, right? So it has to be like I'm looking for a cruise at the exact time that we're talking about these. But it's just a good example of getting information out there, letting you know that there are cruises that are on sale. And even if it just inspires you to think about, oh yeah, maybe I want to go on a cruise in this time frame, you can always reach out to us and we can see if there are group space deals available or just any really good deals. And if you're flexible and you're able to, meld into one of these, it's a great idea to save a pretty good chunk of money, especially when you can go on. Last week we did Hero of the Seas, a deal for Hero, and that's a brand new ship, right? So we're talking about a brand new ship where our rate is $800 less for 2 guests in January of 2028, which is just fantastic. It really is fantastic. And we did Legend last week as well, where you could save $700, you could save $1,000 on a balcony cabin. 4,800 on the Royal Caribbean website, 3,800 that we have it. So you can save $1,000 on a Southern Caribbean, Fort Lauderdale, going to Aruba, Curacao, Cabo Rojo, and Perfect Day. So again, if you are a member of our channel, or if you are a current client, which means you have booked a cruise with us, any cruise with us, we're going to start sending out this every week with a running total of all of these group rates and everything available. There's no easy way. What I would really love to do is just do an inventory of all our group rate that Dream has and send that out. I don't think Dream would want me to do that, but there's no way to aggregate that. I literally have to go into each of these sailings and look at every single sailing at every single category and see where group rates are. There's no report I can run that shows me all of our group space, which I guess is for a reason, but it kind of stinks, because that would be a great report to send out of like, this is all the group space that we have. But if I were to do that, it would take me 200 hours, and you can't do it with like automation or ChatGPT or anything like that. So yeah, so that's it. Those are the group rate and the really good deals of the week. If anyone ever has any questions, you can feel free to email me. The email's right up there on screen. It's jp@bitesizecruise.com, or give us a call at 484-493-4482. And the other thing we're going to start doing a lot of videos explaining to people is that in a time where everyone is going into automation and AI, I'm seeing it more and more with YouTube, especially with thumbnails, some of the wild AI thumbnails. Which is fine, whatever. People are out there just trying to make money on YouTube. I have no issue with it. But from the travel agency perspective, one of the things I noticed is I called Royal Caribbean this morning to get pricing for someone on a 5-person cabin, because we can't price out 5 people in a cabin. And it took me like 8 minutes to get through the automation to talk to a human being. And there's reasons why they do that, right? They're trying to make things more efficient on their end. There's all these different reasons for that big companies are doing this, and small companies too, where you have to go through a lot of automation, or you're getting, AI quotes back, or you're talking to a chat bot on their website. The one thing that we're really going to lean into as automation and AI move forward is we are really going to lean into human connection. When you call and you want to book a cruise, you can speak to me directly. You can call my cell phone. You can email me, you can text me, you could do all these things, or you could talk to AJ, or you could talk to whoever on our team, Sean, anybody else that you would like to from our team, whatever makes the most sense for you. But you're going to talk to human beings. You're not going to get thrown through an automation. You're not going to get a bunch of automated AI things from us. When I send people emails, those emails come from me. Even in our system where we send kind of like templated emails, I click send on those. I edit them before I send them, and I click send to send them out. I get a reminder that it's, I just sent one out this morning to Kevin Carrie Ann. Their check-in for Wonder of the Seas is coming up in a few days, and I got a thing like, hey, you have to send Kevin and Carrie Ann this email. Their check-in's coming up. I sent them an email this morning, said, hey, by the way, Tuesday is your check-in date. Keep that in mind, and make sure you check in so you get the best time for your port arrival. So we're really going to lean into personal human touch. So if you want to talk to people and not to computers, we are here to help. Thanks everyone for watching today. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you are leaving on a cruise this weekend, I am super jealous, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Our group cruise is 3 weeks from tomorrow on Oasis of the Seas. We're doing a party the night before in Newark, fancy schmancy Newark, New Jersey. But what I wanted to tell people, I'm going to tell people over the next couple weeks, is I will announce it on one of our live streams, probably the week before. But if anyone is in the Philly, Jersey, New York kind of area, Connecticut, whatever, and you're close to the Jersey port, and you would like to come to our little cocktail party and hang out, we would love to meet some people. If you, even, obviously if you're not going on the cruise, even if you're going on the cruise and you're not in our group, if you're going on Oasis on September the 13th, come hang out the night before with us. We'll buy you some drinks. We will chit chat with everybody in beautiful, illustrious Newark, New Jersey. It's technically Elizabeth. So we will do that. I'll announce that next week at some point. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'll see everybody for cruise.